Hey everyone, it's Nate with One Man's Odyssey. We're in a very remote part of New Mexico right now. We're probably about 30 miles north of Taos and maybe 20 miles west. And today the plan is to at least try to summit Ute Mountain, which is a very prominent volcanic peak in the Taos Plateau. I had read on the U.S. Forest Service website, I'll include a link below, you can look at the snow depth of an area, and this area had no snow, but that obviously appears not to really be the case. So hopefully it seems pretty loose, not too much hard pack, so hopefully we can make it up.
Ute Mountain is the highest point in the recently designated Rio Grande del Norte National Monument. It is the second tallest peak in the Taos Plateau volcanic field, second only to nearby San Antonio Mountain. It overlooks the Rio Grande Gorge, which cuts up to 800 feet into the valley floor.
Well, my camera just conked out, I think because of the cold. When I checked the weather, it said the low for this area was like single digits. I'm pretty bundled up, I'm pretty warm, but I think it's pretty frigid out here. So I put my camera in my pocket, we'll see if it charges up. But basically right now, I lost the trail for a minute, and I came up upon these cairns by following the GPS. And so now I'm back on the trail, you know, what little one there is. So I'm gonna keep on trucking and see if my camera comes back to life after it's been in my pocket for a while.
A volcanic peak, Ute Mountain stands totally isolated, looking deep into Colorado to the north and New Mexico to the south. From the mountain slopes, one can see all the way to Poncha Pass in south central Colorado, to Lake Peak near Santa Fe, New Mexico, and even further south to the Sandia Crest. This means that the entirety of the north-south span of the Sangre de Cristo Range is in view from this obscure peak.
Woo! Made it to Ute Mountain. Ooh, nice. Some cash. I'm gonna leave that here for the next person though. So as you can see, Ute Mountain is not above tree line. In New Mexico, we have a fairly high tree line. Typically, things don't start thinning out until around 11,000 feet. So I did read in one trip report that about like 500 feet south of the peak, there's a nice little lookout that looks south. It's pretty windy right now, so I might not stay there to eat, but figured I'd go try to check it out. That's an awesome view. Pretty sure this canister is about to die, and on top of that it's probably struggling because of the elevation and the temperature. I think the water is hot enough. Not quite a rolling boil, but pretty close. Today it's spicy sausage bolognese from Alpine Air Foods. I've never had this brand. It sounds pretty good and smells good. Okay, well, my spicy sausage bolognese should be done by now, by my count. I even got extra time to account for any elevation or anything. Oh, it solidified pretty well. I thought that for sure was going to be too much water, but it looks pretty good. So, the sausage didn't really rehydrate that well, which I don't mind. I actually kind of like when the meat has some bite. Not really spicy though. And, you know, I actually like spicy food a lot. I eat a lot of spicy food, really spicy food. And this is not even really like, you know, not my standards spicy. So, unless it's all sitting at the bottom, I would say sausage bolognese, yes. Spicy sausage bolognese, not quite. It's good though. I'd buy it again. Well, this is going to be my last hiking or backpacking video of 2020. If you don't know, I do have a series that I've been doing for a couple months now called Backcountry Beer Reviews. Probably upload a few more of those before 2020, but I really appreciate anybody who's watching. Yeah, you're awesome. I want to give a couple shout outs to one YouTube channel and one a person. I don't know what you would call him, but the first is a great YouTube channel. You know, there's not a lot of, I guess, like outdoor themed New Mexico channels on YouTube, right? But one of the best, and he would be the best compared to, you know, any channel, would be Manzano Man Adventures. He's just a really awesome channel. I always love watching his hiking videos, his camping videos. I'm not even really into ATVs, and I love watching the ATV videos. It's a great time. So definitely check his channel out. I also want to shout out anybody who lives in New Mexico and does a lot of mountain hiking. You probably use, you know, Summit Post, Peakery, List of John. There's one guy who's just like, he's hiked basically every mountain in New Mexico. His name is, I think, Phil Robinson. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I looked at his GPS which may not have originally been his, so I don't want to give him credit if I'm wrong, but like, he's just done so many awesome New Mexico trips, and usually I'm always looking at his GPS tracks for anything remotely off trail. So shout out to both those people. They really help me have fun and give me inspiration to go out and do things like this. So here's hoping 2021 is better than 2020. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you guys on the flip side. Since it is the Christmas season, I decided I'd recommend a couple books as potential gift options for anybody who, loves New Mexico, loves hiking in New Mexico, loves New Mexican history, or just loves New Mexican scenery. These are books that I use. They have a lot of history in them, a lot of great information that I'll use to research a lot when I'm planning these trips. So the first book is The Place Names of New Mexico by Robert Julian. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So this book, there's just like hundreds, if not thousands of entries in here where you just see a location on the map or something like that, or you see a mountain name that you're interested in, and this includes a brief history and usually a little bit of extra information. So for example, we just hiked Ute Mountain, and the entry for Ute Mountain says, Ute Mountain, 10,093 feet, Taos County, 9 miles southwest of Costilla. Huge extinct volcano, named for the Indians who once lived here. See Ute in general. The name often appears as Ute Peak. The next book is New Mexico High Peaks, Photographic Celebration. This is by Mike Butterfield, with a foreword actually by the author of this book. And I love this book because it's a great reminder for anybody who thinks that New Mexico is just desert, that it is not just desert, it is mountainous like heck. So, it really only covers mountains in New Mexico that are 12,000 feet or greater. But for example, I bookmarked this page, some really nice pictures and some information about the Culebro Range, which we got some pretty nice views of while we were on our hike today. So definitely, if you're struggling to figure out what your New Mexican loving family member or friend wants for Christmas, these are two really good options. I'm definitely not getting paid by anybody to hawk these books. I just like them a lot, and I thought it might be nice for other people to know about them. Both of these books, I think, are available through University of New Mexico Press. This book I was not able to find on like Amazon or Google Book, but this book is on Google Books, but I do not think it's the revised edition. I think it's the original edition. I could be wrong about that though. So next time, guys, Merry Christmas.